But it mentions, does the Star Child, like, wipe out half of Earth?
Okay, so I had this same thought, because at the very end, it's the Star Child comes back to the Earth, because he's gonna, I don't know, play with things. And it mentions that they send up nukes, because that is kind of humanity's response. And so it says 1,000 miles below, he became aware that a slumbering cargo of death had awoken, and was stirring sluggishly in its orbit. The feeble energies it contained were no possible menace to him, but he preferred a cleaner sky. He put forth his will, and the circling megatons flowered in a silent detonation that brought a brief false dawn to half the sleeping globe. So I couldn't decide if he was detonating them, like sending them back down onto Earth, or if he was detonating them in the atmosphere and getting rid of all the space debris. Because there's that earlier line where he says that Earth might have its own rings one day full of like the wrenches and all the trash from like previous space stuff. I also couldn't decide if he was wiping things out to kind of start over and play
I think
God.
so I think reading it now, it's that humanity sees the Star Child, freaks out, launches all its nukes, and then the Star Child detonates them.
I just couldn't decide if it was in a way that was destructive and fatal for humanity, or if it was him just clearing the space around the Earth.
Yeah, I think it's destructive. And I think the idea is that he has kind of taken on the next level of human consciousness, and there's no need for individual human bodies anymore. He is like the human race manifesting itself as a force onto the universe.
It makes me so curious as to what the sequels of this book are.
There's 2. One of them's, I think, maybe 3. There's 3 sequels total.
I just can't decide how this happened. If the ending is that they wipe out the human race.
Yeah, I assume some things got retconned when he was like, I need some more money. It's interesting to me, though, because that's a very of its time ending for everyone to launch a bunch of nukes. Not that nukes are not still relevant, but constant paranoia about them, And I guess what's interesting to me is that I feel like the movie, almost by accident, or maybe Kubrick is just that smart, very deftly avoids all the pitfalls that would have really dated the movie.
Yeah, and that is like one of his like stated goals, is to make a sci-fi movie that lasts.
But, from Clark's perspective and possibly Kubrick's, it's like, well, we have nukes now. Like, we're always going to be paranoid about Russia launching nukes. Like, that must be forever. So it almost feels like a trip of luck that the movie